Picture this. You've worked for weeks to establish screen time boundaries with your child, and then they spend one afternoon at grandma's house where she hands them the iPad the moment they say they're bored. Your child comes home expecting unlimited access again, and all your progress feels destroyed. You love your parents or in-laws, but their well-meaning efforts to keep your child happy are undermining everything you're trying to accomplish. This is one of the most emotionally charged challenges parents face because it involves family relationships and different generational approaches to child rearing. At the end of this video, I'll share the exact conversation framework that gets grandparents on your team without creating family conflict. The Grandparent Screen Time Challenge is particularly difficult because it combines your child's recovery needs with complex family dynamics. Grandparents often see screens as harmless entertainment and don't understand why you're being so strict about something that keeps children calm and happy. They may think you're overthinking the problem or being unnecessarily rigid. From their perspective, they're being loving grandparents who want to give their grandchild treats and fun experiences. Your parents or in-laws might also feel criticized when you explain screen limits, especially if they raise their own children successfully, without worrying about technology boundaries. They may interpret your rules as judgment about their parenting choices, or as an attempt to control how they spend time with their grandchild. This creates defensive responses that make cooperation more difficult. The key insight that changes everything is understanding that grandparents aren't trying to undermine your parenting. They're trying to connect with your child using the tools they believe work best. Once you reframe their actions as misguided love rather than intentional sabotage, you can approach the conversation from a collaborative rather than confrontational perspective. Here's your actionable strategy. Instead of focusing on what grandparents shouldn't do with screens, give them specific alternatives that position them as the heroes of fun, engaging activities. Create what I call a Grandparent Special Activities List. Unique, exciting activities that only happen at their house and require no screens. This might include special art projects, cooking adventures, garden exploration, or building elaborate blanket forts. The key is making these activities feel exclusive and special, not like consolation prizes for missing screen time. Frame this conversation around making grandparent time even more memorable and special. Say something like, "I want the kids to associate your house with amazing adventures they can't have anywhere else. What if we created some signature activities that become your special traditions together?" This positions you as wanting to enhance their relationship rather than restrict it. The conversation framework that works begins with acknowledging their love and good intentions. Start with, "I know how much you love spending time with the kids, and they absolutely light up when they're with you." Then explain your screen concerns in terms of what you've observed about your child's behavior, not general theories about screen time dangers. Share specific examples. "I've noticed that after screen time, Sarah has much harder transitions and seems less interested in her toys for hours afterward. I'm trying to help her brain relearn how to find satisfaction in other activities." This makes it about your individual child's needs rather than a judgment about screens in general. Present grandparent cooperation as essential for your child's well-being. "It would mean so much if you could help us with this." When everyone important to her supports the same approach, she adapts so much faster and feels more secure. This frames their support as beneficial for their grandchild rather than just accommodating your preferences. Provide practical solutions immediately. Don't just ask them to stop using screens, give them a detailed list of alternative activities along with any supplies they might need. Offer to set up activity stations at their house or bring special projects when you drop off your child. Address their concerns directly. If they worry about your child being upset or bored, acknowledge that initial adjustment is normal and temporary. Explain that within a few visits, your child will start looking forward to their special grandparent activities and won't ask for screens during that time. The most important part is expressing genuine appreciation for their willingness to support your family's approach. Thank them for caring so much about your child's happiness and for being flexible during this transition period. Let them know that their support makes a huge difference in your child's progress. If grandparents remain resistant, suggest a trial period. Would you be willing to try this approach for just 3 visits and see how it goes? I think you'll be surprised by how creative and engaged the kids become when screens aren't an option. This reduces the commitment pressure while giving them a chance to see positive results. Remember that this conversation may need to happen more than once. Grandparents might agree initially, but revert to old patterns when your child seems upset or bored. Prepare them for this by explaining what to expect during the adjustment period and reinforcing that short-term discomfort leads to long-term benefits. When grandparents successfully support your screen boundaries, make sure to acknowledge and appreciate their efforts. Share positive observations about your child's behavior after visits where screen limits were maintained. This reinforces their willingness to continue supporting your approach. The goal isn't to turn grandparents into strict enforcers of your rules, but to help them understand how they can best support your child's healthy development while maintaining their special relationship. Comment below and let me know what you are currently struggling with relating to your kids' obsession with screens. Click the link or check my bio to discover an ebook that can give you all the skills that you need to stop your child's screen addiction.